I'm in the back of Salvage 1, and I'm going to go over the new Brooklyn Center Fire mobile radio. All the mobile radios are the same in all vehicles and apparatus. This is a Motorola APX6500. First thing I want to point out is the palm mic. The palm mic now, they have magnetic mounts in most places. You can just slide that off. You can pull it off. Pretty powerful magnet on the back here. Some of the apparatus, it's hanging from the ceiling, and it does a pretty good job. These mobiles have an on-off button. You don't have to turn them off and on. They come on with the truck, they stay on with the truck, they go off with the truck. So there's no reason to play with the on-off button. Over here you have your volume up, volume down. This is also the same navigation you're going to use for choosing zones. This button right here is for dimming or brightening. You can make this dimmer all the way down to black. If you ever if the truck ever comes on and the radio is black and you think it's off and you try this, it's going to come off and on how it's left. So don't ever leave it black. Choose something in between here, and then whatever dim setting is set, whatever volume level is set, when this radio goes off, that's how it's going to come back on. But if for some reason you do get in and it's black here and powering it on and off isn't working here, try the dim button to see if that'll brighten it. Over here we have the emergency button. This is unprogrammed. We don't use the emergency button, just like in the portable radio. This dial here is simply for talk group navigation.
Fire 7.
And then this button down here is your home button. We're on Hennepin Fire 7. I want to go back to the main.
Hennepin Fire main.
Push it and hold it down. It's going to always bring you back to that primary zone in the first position. Once again, just like the portable radio, if you ever get lost in this radio, even if you're in some sort of programming mode for scan list, just hit that home button. It's going to bring you back. These navigation buttons are very similar to what's in the portable radio. Zone will bring up the zones, and then you can use the up and down arrows to navigate through the zones. And exit. Scan is not on at the moment because there's no indicator, the Z indicator. So
Scan on.
Scan should always be on in these mobile radios. We have a default scan list in these radios of AH Fire Main and BCOps 2. If you don't leave scan on in these radios, when we're being hailed on BCOps 2, you're not going to hear it. So it's important to leave scan on and make sure those two remain in the scan list if you mess around with the scan list. Just like I said for the portable radio, if you mess with scan lists, I think you should change them back when you're done with the shift. There's no reason to scan a lot of talk groups. We gotta concentrate on our primary modes of communication, and we don't want to cause any confusion. Unlike the portable radio, you can leave scan on these radios when you hit the fire ground. The portable is where you got to shut scan off. Otherwise, you're going to get really confused when you're communicating in a fire when you're masked up or whatever. So the nuisance button, not programmed, not needed. There's a next button here, goes to the next page. Here's where scan lists can be set up. You hit that, you go through the zones and talk groups. You can select or delete from the scan list. You want to get out of that and just hit the home button. Call is in here. Call is in the portable radio as well. And like I said, for the portable radio, we don't use this by standard operating procedure. We don't call radio to radio, so there's no reason to really go over that. The mute button simply mutes the voice announcements for talk groups. So it tells you what it's doing. And now those are back on. And then it does not mute the radio, by the way, just those voice announcements. And then next will bring you back to the main page.